10th of January, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua.
Everything okay?
Yeah, thank God. I've got have to have a surgery on my eye, cataract surgery. So I've been running around like crazy trying to get everything set up for that.
Sorry?
I've been running around a lot trying to get everything set up for the surgery.
Where are you having it done?
When? I'm going on the 19th for the pre-op meeting with the doctor. And then we'll schedule it.
In Shai Tzedek.
Shai Tzedek, yeah.
Yeah, you got a very good eye department there.
Yeah, so I've been told.
Anyway, I hope you see eye to eye with the doctor. Anyway.
I hope he sees eye to eye with me.
Yeah.
I plan to be asleep.
Sorry?
I plan to be asleep.
Actually, I think as far as I know, my mother had a cataract operation. It's done pretty much local anesthetic. You're not under full anesthetic.
Yeah. That doesn't sound appealing.
Okay. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Hello? Ken, אתה עם המקרר? מה זה?
There we go. Okay. Hey, Mayor.
We're learning with Sarah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, Judy is still here learning with Sarah.
Oh, good.
Just letting you know. I'm sure she'll leave soon, but
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her for a little while.
okay. Okay.
Rabbi got a phone call, so we're just waiting for him.
Okay. Very good. And I guess Yechiel's not showing up today, or
Yeah, don't know. Haven't seen him.
okay. Let me just see something. Okay.
I'm really sorry about that.
Nope.
The shul is getting delivery of a new fridge. Now, I told them specifically, don't call me between 1 and 1:30. Needless to say, they call me. Okay, anyway, okay. Where were we up to?
Let's see. I have Pasuk Yud Bet.
We up to Pasuk
Yud Bet.
Yud Bes, right? Yud Bes. Okay, Lu, which is we Pasuk Yud Bes. V'chasher.
Okay. What chapter? Chapter Aleph?
Chapter 1, Shemos, chapter 1.
Yep.
New book.
Yud.
Hello? Yeah.
Give me a second. Yud. Yud Bet. V'cha Asher.
Yes.
Yanu Oso Cain Yir Ba V'chein Yif Rotz Vayakutu Mipnei Bnei Yisrael. Okay, this is a hard sentence. Let's see. Vikasher is my English says, but as much as
Right.
Yanu. So they would afflict
So they would afflict
him,
literally him.
Israel.
Rashi mentioned before, Rashi mentioned that the Jewish people here are referred to in the singular. Means that as much as we refer, as much as they would afflict him or it, the nation, Cain Yirba, so he would multiply, Cain Yifrots, and so he would proliferate or spread out.
Spread out. Interesting. Spread out. Vayakutsu. I have written down sick. I mean, Vayakutsu means sick, but my English
Right.
says it means disgusted.
Yeah.
He
He became sick of the Bnei Israel. So Rashi's going to explain that. It means they were sick of their lives. It was like Life was a misery having the Jewish people around.
Right. Okay, so let's go to the Rashi. V'cha'asher ye'anu oso, but as much as they would afflict it, kechol ma shehem nosnin leiv le'anos. Like all that which
Now,
they would.
can I make a point over here? What
Yeah.
Rashi's bothered about is the future tense. It should, now, this is a descriptive of the narrative of what happened then, right? So why use the future tense?
Which word is future?
Yeah, I knew. It should say, "Kasher inu oisoi kein rabba v'chein paratz."
So it's actually but as much as they will afflict it.
Right.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So Rashi says that as much as the Egyptians would set their hearts to afflict Israel,
A similar form as we have later on Oz Yosher Moshe, also future tense, where Rashi says, wherever the intention is to do something, then the future tense is used. Okay, you'll just have to excuse me again a second. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
are you following this, Mayor? I'm kind of lost about what.
No, I'm very lost with this, Lou.
Okay, I guess we're lost together.
You probably have the same Rashi translation I do.
I've got
It
an
says
article.
as much as much as the Egyptians would set their hearts to afflict Israel. So the
Right.
heart of the Holy One, blessed be He, was set to increase them and to make them burst forth.
Right. So we've got to change the woods to will. As much as the Egyptians will set their hearts to afflict Israel, so the heart of the Holy One, blessed be He. Now my English says was,
Right.
but if we say will be set to increase, okay, I that makes sense to me. I don't see the significance of changing it to future tense. Maybe he'll explain why that's important.
Okay. They would afflict. Maybe as Israel grew in population, they were planning to afflict Israel, maybe.
Right.
So maybe that's why it's future.
Because they haven't grown yet.
Yeah, or they're constantly growing, maybe. And they became fearful of that, I think. Well, let Rabbi Moore explain.
Yeah. I hope his shul's refrigerator works out okay.
Oh. Mm.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Back to, okay.
So we're
Um,
trying to understand what you're saying about the future. We read it both with the way it is in our English and in the future, and we don't really understand what the significance is of saying
no,
that.
so what Rashi's explaining is, according to the Rashi's first explanation, yeah, according to Rashi's first
Mhm.
explanation means even in the past tense. I'll give you an example. This is what Rashi says in the famous Shira Sayam. It says, Oz Yoshir Moshe Bnei Yisrael. So future tense
Mhm.
used. Now that happened in the past. It's a narrative. It's explaining what happened in the past. Why is the future tense used? So there Rashi explains that if anywhere you want to express that the person at that time was wanting, had an intention to do an action, then it's expressed in the future tense, even though it happened in the past. Means basically, let's for instance example, Oz Yosha Moshe means then Moshe had the intention, inspiration to sing. So even though it actually is describing a past tense, something in the past, but it's used, a future tense is used. Because at that time, Moshe didn't actually sing, he wanted to sing.
Oh.
And he had an intention to sing.
But
So
he
Rashi's using the same idea over here. As much as the Egyptians had intention to afflict them, and they were so HaKadosh Baruch Hu had the intention to increase them and to spread them. Okay?
all right.
Uh-huh.
V'chein year ba, so it would increase. Kain Rava.
Means it's actually a past tense. In words, the thrust of what the pasuk means, the meaning of the pasuk is actually a past tense. So they increased and so they spread. Doesn't mean they would. Well, so that's what you can translate it. So, and as much as they would or intended to afflict them, to the extent that the Egyptians intended to afflict them, so the Jewish people increased and spread out. Unfortunately, I don't have a translation right here in front of me. Maybe I hold on a second just to see how I translated it. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on 1 second.
We will see.
Yeah. But as much as the Mitzrayim would afflict them, so they increased and grew strong. So I translated it.
So you did the past tense also.
Yes, I use that because Rashi says it. It has a past tense meaning. Okay, then Rashi says, carry on. Have you done the Rashi yet? No, let's do the Rashi, okay?
I was doing it. I was in the middle
Okay,
of
I'm sorry, yeah. Where are you up to?
Cain Rava v'chein
Cain Poratz, right.
Paratz.
So Rashi saying, so they increased and so they grew strong.
Umidrash show, and its homiletical interpretation, Ruach HaKodesh Omeres Cain. The Holy Spirit is saying
this. You know, there was like a heavenly voice.
Atem Omrim Pen Yirbeh. You will say.
You are saying.
You are saying, lest it will increase.
Right.
Vani
Meaning the Jewish people, the people, lest they increase. And I say they because we're referring to the people, right? And the Kadosh Baruch Hu kind of responds, "Va'ani omer," but I say,
Cain Yirbeh.
Cain Yirbeh. You say Pen Yirbeh, and I say Cain Yirbeh. So kind of it's like a not quite a play, but it's responding to the phraseology used by the Egyptians. They said Pen Yirbeh, we got to curtail the Jewish people so that they don't increase. Pen Yirbeh. So the Shechina, Kadosh Baruch Hu responds and says, you say Pen Yirbeh, and I say Ken Yirbeh. They will increase. Okay, so that's why the future tense is used over here. In other words, it's using a future tense phraseology merely to kind of emphasize that this Ken Yirbeh is a response, is a heavenly response to the Egyptians stating Pen Yirbeh. Whereas we want to curtail the Jewish people, Pen Yirbeh, so that they don't increase. And Kadosh Baruch Hu responds, you always say that so they don't? I say, yeah, yes they do. Yes, they will. Okay?
Vayakutsu, they were disgusted. Katsu bechayehem. They were disgusted with their lives.
Yeah, they were like, we guess you'd say they were sick of their lives.
Rabosenu Darshu, and our rabbis interpreted it. Ke kotzim hayu be'enehem. Israel were like thorns in the Egyptians' eyes.
Right. Okay. So it's again koitz vayokutsu means they like were how should you say pricked like thorns because of the Bnei Yisrael. They were like needles in their side. Okay, let's continue now. Pasuk Yud Gimel.
Okay.
Mea.
Vaya'avidu Mitzrayim et bnei Yisrael b'parech. So the Egyptians enslaved the children of Israel. B'farech. Not sure what that is.
Okay, so it's generally translated as with rigor.
Oh, rigor. Oh, okay.
Isn't that how they translate it? Let me see how I translated it.
Crushing.
Maybe I translate as Rashi, because Rashi's going to make a comment over here with back-breaking labor.
Right. I see that.
Yes. Subjected the children of Israel to back-breaking labor.
Okay. So Rashi does say b'farech.
Right.
Avodah kasha, heavy work, hard work. Hamifarechet et haguf, that I guess crushes the body. Mishabarto, and it breaks it.
Right.
Hmm.
The farech means to crumble. Yeah, you have the terminology. Use something. Want to say something is crispy, right? In Ivrit, it's called parich.
Oh, okay.
Breaks, crumbles. So beferach means backbreaking, crumbling labor. The kind of hard labor that crumbles, makes the body crumble and breaks back. That's why it translates backbreaking labor. Okay. Let's do one more pasuk here. Maybe we'll get more than one more pasuk. We'll see. Pasuk Yud Dalet, Lou.
Okay. Yud Daled. Vaya Maru Es Chayehem Ba'avodah Kasha V'chomer Uvil Venim Uvechol Avodah Bat Sadeh Ace Kol Avodasam Asher Avdu Bahem Bifarech.
Befarech.
Okay, so they embittered their lives with hard work, with mortar and bricks, and with all of the work of the field.
That means all agricultural work. There's all work that's done in the field.
All of their work that they worked was with crushing labor.
Right.
Okay, so 14.
There's no Rashi there.
Rashi on 14. So 15. Vayomer Melech Mitzrayim Lim Yalados Ha'iv Rios Asher Shem Ha'achas Shifra V'Shem Hashenis Pua. The king of Egypt said to the Hebrew midwives, of whom the name of one was Shifra, and the name of the second one was Pua. Okay, Rashi
One
said
of them was named Shifra, and the other one whose name was Pua.
Pua. Rashi says Lama Yalados, the midwives,
Okay,
Who?
now Rashi's going to make a grammatical point over here. Okay. What is the meyaldos? What are meyaldos? Okay. So Rashi says, who loshon? Hello?
Oh, what's? I thought
Hello?
you make a point.
Sorry?
I thought you said you were going to make a grammatical point.
No, that's what Rashi's making.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're telling me. I see. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Ku lashon molidos. This is an expression of assisting childbirth.
Right. Causing childbirth, right? Moilid. Okay.
Ella sheyesh lashon kal v'yesh lashon kaved. Kaved. But there is a simple form and there is a, he says, intensive.
Okay, we'll say, yeah. I mean, literally means there's a light form and a heavier form.
Heavy form, right. Kamo shover ume shaber. Such as breaks and shatters.
Right. So it's also both are from the same root, shin based resh. But the shover is what's called a simple kal form, and meshaber is what's called the PL form, the intense form, or heavy. Okay, then you have similarly dover, which means like how do you call it? Saying, but it's more saying meaning just moving one's lips, right? Umedaber means actually speaking. Because that is actually using the movement of the mouth in a more intense way, i.e. by actually articulating words. Okay, so similarly you have moilid.
Thus it is
and
for molid and
meyaled. See, both are really causative forms, but one is in the moilid is to in the simple. In other words, which means it's a causative of a kal form, of an easy, simple form. And meyaled is a causative of a more intense form. So basically what Rashi says that moilida, right, and a meyaledes are really one and the same thing. Just one is more of an intense form than the other. So here here the pasuk uses miyaldois avrios, the the Hebrew midwives. It could be, and I'm just as a suggestion of mine. I'm not saying this is a pshat that miyaledes is somebody who is a professional midwife. So she's not just doing it once; it's a one-off time. Okay, they do it on an ongoing, continuous basis. So that's why they have a more intense form. Whereas the moilid, right, a moilida is somebody who just does it on a one-off time. Okay, Akopanim, Rashi says over here, this term over here, mialdois, are midwives, women who assist the mother in giving birth, i.e. what we call a midwife. Okay? I think we have to stop here and we'll pick up again over here. We're up to Shifra in the Rashi over here. Okay?
Right.
Excuse me.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, everybody. Shkach. Thank you.
Baruch Tiyeh. See you, Mayor.
Okay, bye now.
See you, Yechiel.